Hey everybody, how you doing? It's been a bit since we've done anything with this test app. We're going to add some properties files, and what this will do is allow us to position, it will remember where the window was when we close the app. So here we are, we're just going to set a file, and we'll just call it test.properties, and we are going to see if it exists. If it doesn't exist, we need to create it. And we're going to go properties. Test properties equals new properties. And we'll go test properties dot set property. And we need a top. We'll set that to 200 and a test properties set property of left and set that to 200. Probably need this in quotes. And then we need to import that. Okay. And then we need to store the properties. File output stream new file. And we don't need a comment in it. There we go. And it doesn't like something. Let's just surround that with a try-catch block. So then we're going to make a private variable up here. Let's call it props. Let's do it static so we can call it from another place. And then we will just need a props.load and a new file input string test.properties. Input that, and we also need to set it to this. Now we could, if we had some other properties we need, like a version number, things like that, which we might get to later, we could load that in through a resource. But we don't need to right now. So let's go ahead and we will play this. And of course it showed up over here. So we are going to exit out of that. Here is our properties file that was created because we didn't have one. Left 200, top 200, exactly where we told it to be. Now, when we, let's see here. Think. So then we will need this needs to close here earlier because we don't want that there. We want it right there. Oh, I know what we need to do. Hang on, I did this wrong. We want that there. We just need to do this. There we go. And probably need to surround that with something. Yep. So let's surround that with a try-catch. Okay. Okay. So then when we set the location of this guy, we need to grab an integer value of our properties. So let's see here. We need integer. Oh, no. Integer value of props, get property, and we will want the top, and then we want the integer value of props, get property, and the left. So that will tell it to use the property file, or the values we have in property. We can do the same thing for set size. So then you're probably wondering, well, how do we gather this? Well, we're going to gather this on, when we go to close the window, we are going to want to write it out. Let me see here. Okay, so in our window listener, where we tell it to close, before we close it, okay, so we need to pass in where's my window listener? There it is. So we need to pass in this JFrame so we can grab it. So we will do a public and then we'll do JFrame frame. Our frame is equal to an in frame. There we go. Oh, not like that. There we go. So we're going to capture that guy. Okay. And then before we go to close it, because we have a window closing event, we're going to create the properties file, or update the properties file rather. So right here, we're going to do properties, import the Java util properties class. We'll go test properties dot set property top, and we're going to use string value of, which is an integer, and it's the frame that get location and we'll get the X. And then we will get left string that value of frame to get location. Oops. And we'll get the Y value. And then we need to save it. There we go. So then we're going to do a try. Test properties dot store new file. Output stream new file. So we're just going to basically save the properties to the file. Import the needed classes we need. Okay. Add a catch clause. That's totally fine. And then we can continue our way and exit. So, if we open up this guy, oh, we need this down here. Okay. So we have moved the window over here in the middle. So let's go ahead and close this. When we open it up again, it should read and display it in our, yep, there it is. So now this will show up in the last place we closed it, which is what we wanted. So now we see the left is now 201 and the top is 1144. Is that correct? I might have my lefts and tops confused. Let's see. I think I have my tops and left mixed up. Oh well. I think this needs to be left. And then this needs to be top. Oh, come on. Let's see, where are we setting those guys? Yeah. Oh, come on. Left, top. Okay, let's try that again. So so this is about 200 pixels, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. So let's see what it does. Top, yeah. Okay, yep, I just had those confused a little bit. We're good though now. We can also, now that I think about it, we should be able to get the size of it. Let's do a width. I'll do a frame.get width. And then okay, so around that. And then we can get a height. Let's grab that. And then frame.get height. So then over here we will need to set property, and we'll go width. And what do we have for default? 300 by 300. And then set property height 300. So then down here we can get an integer. No. Value of props.get property width VALUE, and then we can get value of props.get property height. So let's go ahead and delete this file right here. Save, delete, go for it. No, maybe not save, delete. There we go. Yeah, I told you not to do that, but you're going to do it anyway. Yep, delete anyway. $88 usages. Okay. Why can't you just let me delete it? No, don't look for usage. Delete it anyway. Apparently, test.properties is not a good name for a method here. All right, so my app.properties. We're going to change the name of it. I should put a I should probably put a what's a variable I can use? There we go. Okay, let me open up a quick terminal here, and we'll just go nuke the file. There we go. And then that is good. So then if we start the application again, up here over here, and then let's go ahead and give it some width. We close it, okay. Open this guy up. Height is 300, width is 637, top is 151, left is 1219. That is more like it. So if we open it up again, perfect. And now that we are putting the frame in there, we should be able to give this a home. So we should be able to go like this, and then that OK cancel button should center on that frame. So if we go like that, yep, and that looks a lot better. So there we have it. So now we have, as a summary, thank you for your patience, we have set the window to not only appear at the coordinates that it last opened up at, but also to display the correct width and height that we closed it at. So hopefully that made sense, and that it worked for you. I'm sure there probably could be other ways to make this prettier. There's always more than one way to code a thing. So be my guest to try that out, and we'll catch you next time. Alright, bye now.